What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Cozy here, coming to you with a gameplay commentary video of the Blackbeard mirror match. You know what it's going to be. I have a freshly shaved head, and we're going to get some epic One Piece gameplay in. So it is going to be myself versus my boy Top Hat. We are going to see how the deck lists kind of play together. We never played the mirror before, so we are learning the decks as we're going along. This particular deck list that I am running is already going to be up on the channel. Be on the lookout for it. It just came out this last Sunday, and I'm super excited to play it. I know everybody is talking about Blackbeard being that meta definer, and I just want to let you guys know that is exactly the case when it comes to this particular leader. Making sure every card in the game is now balanced to Blackbeard is going to be something that Bandai is always going to have a struggle with. How effective this leader is going to be in the meta going into OP10, into EBO2, OP11, so on and so forth, is going to be the case. So without further ado, Top Hat does end up taking the mulligan here in this particular case. And so now he's going to go ahead and grab his 5 and his 5 life. We are going first here. I think going first in the Blackbeard mirror is actually the right thing to do, but I could be entirely wrong. We're going to go ahead and start out with stage. It looks like Full of Lead pitching a card for a Blackbeard type card. We're going to pitch the Van Augur, it looks like, in trash. And just double checking to make sure. Yeah, we can grab a Blackbeard card. So it doesn't matter what, we can grab the event, we can grab a stage, we can grab a character. As long as it says Blackbeard in that type, we are good to go. We're going to grab a black hole here and just pass that turn on back. Ideally, what you would like to do on going first is try to fill that trash up as much as you can, especially going second too, because you want to get that Burgess up as strong as you can. With Top Hat playing the event, This Is My Era, we are going to be looking at the top 3, grabbing a Blackbeard card and pitching the rest into trash to fill that up for our major win condition of the deck, which is going to be Jesus Burgess in this particular matchup, only because that Burgess can get super big, swing 11, 12K with it without putting any Dawn investment into the deck itself, into the character itself, but just by using the deck's abilities and things like that. So looking at what we can do, he is going to grab also a black hole in that particular instance, pitching a Laboon and a Shiryu 2K. The black hole is actually going to be really good in this mirror match as well, only because it's going to get rid of the Burgess. We're going to stage again for us. And what exactly? We're going to pitch another Van Augur. It looks like KO and things is not going to be on our menu today in the Blackbeard mirror. Grab Mr. Burgess himself, speak of the devil, and what can we do here? We could swing 5 and play Lafitte, and This Is My Era, filter through 11 cards in total for the turn, which is absolutely insane on 3 Dawn. But it looks like we're not going to be going that particular route. I don't think we have it in hand, to be entirely honest. So we're just going to swing 6. He's going to give up a Shiryu 2K. We'll pay 2 for Vasco Shot. We're going to play the blocker out and then just pass the turn back. It's going to be good, especially when we face into a Burgess. He's just going to give up the Vasco. We're just going to give the Vasco for free. He's going to swing big. We're just going to be like, block, and then we'll be fine. Contemplating what to do here. The Blackbeard mirror, I feel like, is very strategic on like what deliberate things you want to do. He's going to swing 5. We'll go ahead and take it. Add another card to our hand here. Just make our hand just that much a little bit bigger. And he's going to pay 4 for Mr. Laboon, the whale boy himself. Whale, whale, whale. We're going to be minusing some things here pretty soon. The Laboon is actually really good with the Doc Q pair. I don't think we keep Laboon in OP10. I could be mistaken, though. But I have not worked out the OP10 list for Blackbeard just yet on what I wanted to tweak with it. I am still doing my research on it, trying to make sure I find the best list for me, personally. Pitching the Laboon off of stage is actually pretty smart. I think we had 2 in our particular hand at that time. Looks like we have a Vasco, maybe a Jesus, and another Blackbeard card in hand. Trying to figure out which one we want to take off of stage. I would probably think we take the Burgess because we just want to go wide with Burgess. But nope, we're going to take a Vasco. We're going to take Vasco Shot in this particular case. Swing another 6 to lead. He's going to have to either give us a 2K or start taking the life. I would recommend taking the life here, and he ended up doing it. No trigger on that end. And just pay 4. We're going to play our Burgess. We know he has Black Hole in hand, but we're trying to bait it out just so that way we can get it away from him. and protect some of our more important characters like the 10 cost Blackbeard blocker. That could potentially be a line of play that we're doing, but we know he has Black Hole. He's going to have to use it on this Burgess because that Black Hole is going to negate all the effects, such as the Burgess not being able to be KO'd by card effect and end up KOing the Burgess anyway. He's actually going to start with stage. He's going to search pitching what? Pitching the Black Hole for cost. He might have a second one then. But all we know is that he had at least one in hand. So we have to assume that is the one that he originally searched for. He's going to grab the Burgess from that initial search. Swinging 6 with leader. Let's see. Do we give it up? We give up a stronger 2K. Our Burgess now is a 6K body. He's going to pay 4. And he's going to use a second Black Hole on Burgess. So he had a second Black Hole in hand. But do we have a second Burgess to play? That's the thing. He did not swing with the Laboon either, which is another interesting point to kind of look at too. Is why would he not want to swing with it? Stage, we're going to pitch a Vasco. So on the 6, 7, 8 dawn turn-ish area, this is when we want to start grabbing Blackbeard blockers if we see them off of the search. We're just going to grab another Burgess in this particular case. I don't think he has a third Black Hole to really use in this. So it would be smart to slam down the Burgess now and like swing tall. Yep, we're going to swing 8 to leader. So he's going to have to end up taking it. We take the lead in life here, pay 4. Looks like we have a Blackbeard in hand, and we do. So we are going to pass. The Burgess is now a plus 1K. So we have a 6K body on board at the bare minimum compared to a 5K Laboon, 5K leader. So we are going to have to give up some cards here if that Burgess ends up wanting to swing. Pitching stage for stage, a Laboon. This is my era, and something else it looked like. I didn't get to see what it was, unfortunately. So now he has some more options to play. In hindsight, looking at his hand, I did not see another Black Hole in there. I could have been wrong. It was just a quick glance. He has a This Is My Era. Nope, I don't see a Black Hole, so it looks like this Burgess is going to stick. He's going to do another This Is My Era search. Lafitte, Shiryu, and Vasco shot were in there. So now he would have a 7K Burgess if he ends up wanting to slam it down. He is going to rest 2. Doesn't look like it yet. He's going to swing 6 to leader. We'll go ahead and take that. That's not a problem. He's going to rest the rest of it to play a Vasco shot and a Burgess himself. So he's just trying to match up our board state here, which is actually really cool to see. The only difference is he has a Laboon that he still hasn't swung with. I don't know if he's thinking of trying to save it for the like cost reduction, or if he's just afraid that I'm going to swing tall into it. I'm not sure what he wants to do. So we are on what it looks like 9 dawn, I believe. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah. So 9 dawn. So we could play like a second Burgess, swing 6, get rid of his Burgess with a Black Hole. So that is something that we could potentially do because we are kind of shuffling that to the top. We do have a Laboon in hand. First, we'll use stage. Why not? What are we going to pitch? We're going to pitch the Lafitte, actually. Interesting choice. And we'll grab ourselves a Blackbeard blocker. So this is ideally when we would want to grab a Blackbeard if we saw it off a search, because next turn now we're guaranteed to slam 1 down. But I think we have 2 in the hand. We're going to pay 4. We're going to Black Hole the Burgess that was on board. Still 4 dawn to play with. Top Hat probably doing a rant. Being like, I don't know what the hell to do. Blah, blah. Maybe. I don't know. I know one thing for sure, though, with Top Hat is when he plays into the Blackbeard, he just does not like the matchup for sure. Especially with kind of like how he turns off on plays, because a lot of decks that Top Hat likes to run has only on plays. Burgess goes up by 1, so he has a 7K this turn. We're going to pay another 4, it looks like. Yep. And we're going to match him with a Laboon. Mr. Laboon himself hits the board. We'll swing 6. He gives up the Vasco to block. Burgess would have been an 8K body, but sadly he was blackholed and given liberation into the trash. So passing the turn back, he would be on 10 Dawn. So if he has a Blackbeard, he could use it to shut down the Burgess this turn and swing 5 and 5. But with 4 cards in hand, we might have the counter for it. So it's dependent on what he wants to do here in this case. He does have, looks like 2 Blackbeard blockers in hand. So he would be safe for at least 2 turns. And he would develop some big bodies and some big blockers. I'm going to go ahead and swing 5. What to do? We're just going to go ahead and take it. It is another Burgess, which is absolutely ridiculous. So something that could be done is now he could swing 5 with the Laboon and see if we can get the blocker, or we give up that 1K with the Burgess that we just picked up. He is going to rest 10 for that Blackbeard blocker, negating the leader and preventing the Burgess from swinging. We hit our 10 Dawn ourselves. We have a finger pistol on 1 Blackbeard blocker, it looks like. So something that we could do is we could hold off on playing the Blackbeard this turn, using the finger pistol to get rid of the Laboon. But I think we're going to stage search. We do have 2 Blackbeard blockers, it looks like, in our hand. We're going to pitch the Burgess off of the stage, see if we can't find anything. We're going to grab a My Era Begins. And we're just going to go ahead and play it. Shiryu, Vasco, and a Lafitte. We'll grab the Lafitte. The Burgess goes up to 8K. Oh. We had 1 extra swing that didn't happen yet. My bad, you guys. It was a very long day when we did this. Lafitte search. I think we're going to commit to the finger pistol play. We're going to grab another My Era Begins. We're going to fill this trash up fast now. Pay 4. We're going to pay 1 for the event. Grab Black Hole, Stronger, Laboon. We'll grab the 2K off of that. So Burgess is still an 8K, getting ready to be a 9K. We'll go ahead and rest Laboon to give that minus, I believe it's 4 cost. Play Stronger. Do we just hard commit to getting rid of Blackbeard? Stronger effect? We're going to get rid of a Doc Q minus the Blackbeard. Pay 4. And finger pistol it. It is now gone. So huge turn play. We didn't even have to run the blocker just yet. Burgess does go up to a 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's at 10K right now, it looks like. So that's a 10K body that has to be dealt with. Usually by like the Blackbeard blocker in this particular case would be probably the best course of action if I was top hat. Just slam down another 10. So that way that 10K swing is just negated. And then you just got to swing. I think you just have to at this point with the Laboon. Stage is going to grab a Jesus Burgess. Add that back to hand. He still has to swing with the leader. He still has to swing with Laboon. But question is, what necessarily would he like to do is the question, right? I would try to, he's going to go ahead and play the 10 Beard, negate Burgess's attack and negate effect, swinging 5 to life, I believe. Swinging 5 to life. We're going to go ahead and take it. And he's just going to pass the turn, still not swinging with Laboon. An interesting thing to note is we're not swinging with Laboon, and I'm not sure why. In this, like in hindsight, I know why. He forgot to swing with Laboon. He just did not realize that Laboon was a card he could swing with. He was more worried about it being a cost reducer than necessarily like an attacker. So we're gonna go ahead and start 5K to lead. With 4 cards in hand, he may end up taking it, which he does. No trigger. Swinging 5 again to lead, it looks like. Yep, 5 to lead. He's going to give up a 2K. And now we're going to go ahead and do the 10 beard. We're going to pass the turn back because we can't swing with our Burgess. So his Blackbeard cannot attack, so it is just going to be a blocker next turn. And we have our own big body now. So Burgess is now a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3 away from 11. Still, a 10K body with no Dawn is still pretty good, though. I gotta be honest. But what are you guys thinking about Blackbeard? I'm kind of curious to know what your thoughts and impressions are of Blackbeard. So just let me know down in the comments below. I think Blackbeard is a super fun deck to play. I personally like it. I run him and Shanks as my 2 mains in OP09. So I can definitely say this deck is fun to play. He is going to stage off a Finger Pistol, grabbing a Van Augur. Still no Blackbeard, it looks like. Maybe putting the Pendon in for a blocker. Kind of like looking at his hand now. Don't necessarily see it. Oh, he does have one. I actually lied. So if he slams another one, prevents the Burgess from swinging again. He's going to go ahead and swing 5. We'll just block with the Teach. Free block. He's going to now have to make a choice. Does the 10 Blear does not swing or the Burgess? He's going to choose the Burgess not to swing. So 2 blockers on board. Nothing we could really do about it. We're going to go ahead and stage off a stage. Maybe look for another 10 Blackbeard. And we do find it off the top. So he does know we will eventually have one in hand. I think in this particular moment, we swing with Laboon and Leader. And we start with Leader, so 5K. Swing with Laboon, 5K. Replace the Lafitte with the Blackbeard blocker. Yep, 5 to Leader. Hold on, we gotta wait a moment. We gotta wait a moment for Top Hat to fix his trash. Because he has to cosplay as a raccoon really quick and dig in that trash. Make sure the Burgess is working right for him, even though the Burgess doesn't exist. But I digress. He's going to give up a 1K Lafitte for the Laboon. Interesting. Pay 5. Oh, look at that. It's like I knew what I was doing. So we're going to stop a Blackbeard from swinging, and the Blackbeard effect is going to be negated for no reason whatsoever other than the fact that I have to declare. So if he does not have a 3rd Blackbeard blocker, this Burgess is coming in hot. The Laboon, the Teach Leader, basically we're swinging everything. He's got 1 life. We also have 1 life, but we have 3. Count them, 3 blockers on board. So that is something to take note of, that he's not swinging into us this turn. And we're going to be able to either A, counter out, or B, just use up our blockers the best way we can, because he only has a 5K Laboon, a 12K Teach, and the 5K Leader to swing with. One of those Teaches is not going to swing this turn because we played our own Teach, because we are petty and great like that. He finally swings 5 with Laboon. No, he actually uses Laboon as a cost reducer. Interesting. I don't necessarily see the play here. He's going to play a Stronger. Pitching Burgess to Stronger. Is he just trying to copy what we did a few turns ago? Draw a card? I don't think we drew a card off of Stronger. Let me know in the comments if I did. I don't think I did. I forget that effect always happens. He's going to play a Dock Q. Resting the Dock Q. Never mind, he doesn't because it's not a 1 cost. Van Augur. And then he's going to minus. Yep. And then get rid of the Burgess with Dock Q. Burgess goes up to 6. So he is now at 11K swing. And then he's going to swing 7 to Leader. We'll just give up the Vasco here. And he's going to pass with the 2 blockers still standing. We do have a Finger Pistol, another Teach blocker. what to do. We can swing out 3 swings. So we swing the 11, the teach blocks. I think we bait that we have another teach in hand. So 5 gives us a counter. 5 gives us a counter. Do we slam the 10? Because 11, he's going to end up giving up a block. Not sure how many cards he has in hand either. That's the thing. We're going to grab a Shiryu 2K off of the finger pistol pitch. Set 10. Yep, we'll just go ahead and play another Blackbeard. We'll say the Blackbeard blocker can't attack. He's got 1 life left. I don't think he has any cards in hand. Swing 11. He takes it. And we pass. I think here we just counter out, put our Burgess to 12. That could be the play. Like he swings the auger, we block. He swings a teach, we block counter. I'm not sure what he wants to do here. Like if it was me, I would swing the auger, force us to either counter or block. We have a 2K Shiryu, so it is a guaranteed counter that he knows we have in hand that we can just pitch. Instead, we just say, screw it, we're going to hardball and just take the life. And then we're going to swing 5. Give up a 2K. 5. Give up another 2K. Burgess goes up by 1. Burgess is now a 12K body. Teach, can't play, and passes the turn back. And then he is going to just filter his hand out. He is going to grab a 1K Burgess. I think he has no cards in hand. So the Burgess cannot attack. He has 3 blockers on board, but I have 4 swings. We're going to use stage, pitching a black hole, grab another 2K. I'm curious to know how this is exactly going to end. We have 4 swings on board, so I think we just swing tall here. We don't have to really do anything at this point. He has no life, 1 card in hand, 5 to 5. He gives it up. 5 to lead. Gives it up. Pay 10 for another Blackbeard. I could have just donned out and just swung super tall. That should have been the play. 1 Blackbeard can't swing. Good luck. So we now have 3 blockers on board. He has 3 blockers on board, but he has to worry about... He has to swing for life. He has to dawn out and swing tall. We have 3 cards in hand. How many of those have counter, though? Let's be realistic. How many of my cards have counter? Probably none. But either way, we'll see. We'll see. Yep, that Blackbeard cannot swing because we played our own Blackbeard because we're toxic. Phase 2 for Lafitte to search the Lafitte. Look at that. Cozy the helper. Just saying. Cozy helping out here. Playing the role of a judge / community advocate / just overall great guy. Just saying. He's got to grab a 2K at least. Nope, he just grabs a black hole. So he's going to get rid of the Burgess, I think. But that doesn't necessarily help him here. Yep, he's going to get rid of my Burgess, which I think you should have just swung out, to be honest. Yeah, he just swings and I give up 2 2Ks. Swing, block. Pass. No. Ooh. 12 to 12? Maybe? 12 to 12. Sure. 3 swings. 2 blockers. 5 to life. Block. 12 to life. Block. And that's going to be GG's because I have enough in hand. So good game overall. I think this mirror is actually really fun to play into. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you liked this type of video, go ahead and let me know by liking this, subscribing to the channel, and ringing that notification bell. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.